Night was young, and the city lights painted golden reflections on the rain-soaked streets. Among the distant hum of engines and the rhythmic tapping of raindrops, there was one sound that rose above the rest, the deep, thunderous growl of a machine that seemed alive. It was the 2026 Mercedes-AMG CLE 63, a car born not just from German engineering, but from a philosophy that every journey should feel like an untold story. It wasn't just a car rolling down the boulevard. It was presence, it was authority. People turned their heads, not out of curiosity, but because they felt its arrival before they even saw it. Sleek curves melted into aggressive edges, as if beauty and ferocity had finally made peace in one body. The long hood carried a hint of menace, hiding beneath it the heart of AMG, a handcrafted 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 that rumbled with 600 horses waiting to be unleashed. In an age where the world is rushing toward electric silence, this machine dared to keep its voice. And what a voice it was. A roar, a symphony, a war cry and a love song all at once. Behind the wheel sat a man who didn't just want to drive, but to escape, to feel something more than routine. His hands rested on the AMG Performance steering wheel, trimmed with Alcantara, while the city's glow reflected off the ambient lighting that washed the cabin in shades of red and violet. The leather seats hugged him like a tailored suit, stitching every curve to his frame, reminding him that this was not just luxury, this was intimacy between driver and machine. He pressed the throttle lightly, and the CLE 63 surged forward, not with hesitation, but with certainty. The AMG speed shift transmission snapped through gears, as if it could read his intentions, pulling him deeper into the night. With each gear change came a crackle, an echo that bounced off buildings like fireworks. People on sidewalks paused, some smiled, others reached for their phones. But all of them knew they had just witnessed something different. This car wasn't built for the timid. It was built for those who believe that driving is not about going from point A to point B, but about the story that happens in between. The driver wasn't simply heading home. He was entering a chapter where adrenaline and elegance danced side by side. He knew that when he pressed the AMG dynamic switch, the car transformed. Comfort softened its edges for city streets. Sport Plus sharpened its claws for the open road, and race mode, that was where the beast truly woke. The rain eased, leaving the highway glistening like a mirror. He steered the car onto the empty stretch, and with a deep breath, he pushed his foot down. The CLE 63 responded with explosive force, the V8 screaming as the car rocketed forward, the tires gripping with precision. 0 to 60 disappeared in just about 3 seconds. The Excelero was born not out of market demand, but out of engineering ambition. It wasn't meant for mass production or dealerships. It was meant for legend. From the very first glance, it was clear this was no ordinary Maybach. Measuring over 6 meters in length, with a body so low and stretched that it looked like a predator waiting to pounce, the Excelero's design was pure intimidation. Its black paint absorbed light, its sharp lines cut through the air, and its massive grille looked like the gaping jaws of a beast. Underneath this striking exterior lay an engine just as monstrous, a 5.9-liter twin-turbocharged V12, hand-built, tuned for raw performance, and designed to deliver a staggering 700 horsepower. In a world where most luxury cars struggled to balance power with comfort, the Excelero simply said, why not both? This machine could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds and push all the way to a top speed of 218 miles per hour. For a car weighing more than 2.5 tons, that was a feat almost unimaginable. It wasn't just a luxury coupe, it was a supercar dressed in a tuxedo. Inside, the Excelero whispered luxury in every corner. Hand-stitched leather, polished aluminum, and carbon fiber blended together seamlessly, creating an interior that was both futuristic and regal. The seats were built to cocoon you, not just to hold you in place at high speeds, but to make you feel like royalty. Every detail was deliberate, every material carefully chosen. It wasn't just about going fast, it was about traveling fast in a world of unmatched comfort. But the Excelero was never meant to be a car for the many. It was unique, a one-off creation, a statement of what Mercedes and Maybach could achieve when they threw aside traditional constraints. Its cost? A jaw-dropping $8 million at the time of its creation, making it one of the most expensive cars ever built. And that price only fueled the mystery surrounding it. Who would drive such a machine? Who could tame this beast? For years, the Excelero became the subject of whispers in the car community. It was spotted rarely, often under tight security, almost like a crown jewel hidden from the public eye. Then came the rumors. One said that the Excelero had been purchased by a European billionaire. Another claimed that it had found its way into the collection of an American rapper. Whispers spread that Jay-Z himself featured the car in one of his music videos, cementing the Excelero as not just a car, but a cultural icon. To own the Excelero was not just about wealth. It was about possessing something that could never be replicated. But beyond the glitz, beyond the headlines, the true story of the Excelero is about legacy. This car was a reminder of what happens when engineers and designers are given complete freedom. No cost restrictions, no compromises. Just a mission, build the ultimate. And in many ways, the Excelero wasn't just a car, it was a proof of concept. It showed that even in